Okay, kit review time. Today we've got the HobbyBoss 1/48 scale Super Tucano. Certainly a kit that hasn't been readily available in injection moulding. We have done it before, and we do have to mention it. We have built and got a full photo and video build. Sorry, go something of the actual. This is the Alleycat one. Now the difference is this is solid resin. Well, it's not totally solid, but it's almost solid resin. Great kit, went together lovely, and all the rest of it. But certainly, if a little bit of a handful, shall we say? So it's quite nice now that the actual HobbyBoss have come along and brought us an injection molded version. So straight off the bat, looking at the box. As you can see, very nice artwork on the front. We've got a couple of call outs on markings, as you can see them there. We've got the one down here, kit number 81727. Okay, and the usual blurb on the back and everything else. So inside the box, we get the usual HobbyBoss, what's coming out in the near future, which is actually, funny enough, their Tucano. A couple of other bits, the instructions of which we can have a look at now. Okay, so we've got a colour sheet we'll have a look at in a moment. Okay, so usual thing, a little bit of history using the various tools and everything, and then straight in. So our normal type of standard call out for these things. So we've got the sprue layouts, the decal sheets, got a little bit of photo etch coming in here, and then into the kit parts itself. Normal thing with the seats going through there. We've got a decal instrument panel, which is fair enough. Okay, it doesn't look too bad looking at the drawing, but we'll look at it before. HUD's going in. I presume this is a little bit of photo etch to make up the HUD, quite a nice touch. A little bit of photo etch for the harnesses on the seats, again very nice. Okay, and it goes in, so front wheel well, and then putting the main one in, which is pretty much standard. Okay, and then as you can see, it comes together very quickly. So obviously canopy on, tail planes in, a couple of grab handles for the actual main windscreen set, because obviously it pulls across, and putting in the extended little vanes and the bits and pieces on those. Wing seats go together and then fit in. You can see quite a basic aircraft. Okay, so gear, as we can imagine, a couple of pylons, which is quite nice. The only thing I do know about this kit is, unfortunately, it doesn't come with a center pylon as the Super Tucano actually comes with, which is a little bit odd. There is an aftermarket update set available for this. I haven't got it or had it or seen it, so I can't comment, but there is one available. We've got the blades going in there. It's a one piece system, and then putting the blades in individually, so I presume you could actually pitch them to whatever propeller pitch you want. The exhausts fitted, and then obviously the weapons fit. So we've got down here fuel tanks, a couple of sidewinders, which are P versions and L, so you get two types of sidewinders. We've got some Mark 82s, retarded snake eyes, some normal Mark 82s, and a GBU 12, which I didn't realise it carried, and everything else. But as you can see down here, when you look at the one here, it doesn't show it with a center line yet. I always thought it did come with a center line. Then we got the nice bit. So down on the instructions, we've got the one here, so you can actually do the version, the Brazilian one with the green over grey, and then on the other side, a little bit more colourful, we've got this sort of sea colour, Southeast Asia colours of the greens and browns. Okay, and then we've got a more modern light grey over dark grey, which I presume are going to be the gold greys. Well, they're saying, yeah, compass ghost grey, light and dark ghost greys on those, and then obviously your weapons. So in the box, if we do the fuselage first, he says, grabbing a blade. Okay, so generally first impressions pretty good. Okay, it's a softer type of styrene, it's not like the hard one, but quite frankly that's quite a nice touch down there. It's all pretty good, nice recessed panel lining, seems to be very sharp, no massive signs of flash or anything else. Usual things, we've got the cockpit detail, as you can imagine, all down here, pretty nicely done for something at this scale. We've got some wiring and everything down in this wheel well, but you can generally see on the close-up, catch it in the light, you can see we've got some nice details, some nice panel lining coming in those up in the inside. Nothing to speak of on the inside, unfortunately, so there's no detail in there. Pretty good. I've got no sign of sink marks or anything in there, so that's pretty nice. Okay, wing section. So in the wings, if we start with the upper surfaces, we catch them in the light. You can see some nice detail on there for the guns and obviously the gun panels. We've got little stress marks just here, catch them obviously off light. You can see because underneath here you've got these ejector pins, and these are these stress marks obviously where they pushed out of the mould. Not too bad, can't see any problems. The underside of the wings, obviously we've got some light panel lining, okay, and then obviously the holes already been put in for the weapon fit. Some of the smaller parts, so we've got down here the instrument panel, right, okay, it's a decal going over it, and then working our way through, we've got the front cowl exhaust, the covers, the wheel well, the actual spinner itself, and then again gear, and some little boxes and things. Generally got a tiny little bit of flash, but nothing you go wild about. Everything seems to be quite nice. Wheel wells a little bit basic, obviously you could liven them up with a little bit of lead wiring. The wheels are one piece, so all moulded in one, which is fair enough. Can't see any problems with it at all. It's on the border of having faults, but not really, because the stress marks are very close, but it's not affected in any way. Okay, so we've got a match pair down here. This is weapons and various things, so we won't worry about that one. But as you can see, you've got the seat detail, the fuel tanks, the main gear one as well, the exhaust, which are pretty much hollow. You could get away with that, they'll work. The propeller's got a little bit of flash on this guy down here, but the rest of them haven't. They're going to be a fiddly little gits to get in, I imagine. Sway braces look particularly heavy and big, but I'm saying don't know this aircraft particularly well in a combat form. One piece pylons, nicely detailed, recessed panel lines on both, and working its way through, so that's quite nice. The weapons set, so as I say, we've got the P, which I haven't seen a P sidewinder for ages. This guy here with the funny fins on it, that's how you spot the P. Generally, actually, the weapons fit looks really, really nice. The GBU looks pretty good. No problem at all like that. The sidewinder's got a little bit of flash on it, but easily clean up, and everything else looks pretty good. Snake eyes look good, and normal slicks, they're all very, very nice. No problem there. Okay, the canopy, which is beautifully separately bagged, which is a lovely touch. Okay, so we just flip this out, which is really nice to see. We have a centre seam running right down the middle of the canopy. You can probably catch it in the light just there as it comes over. And unfortunately we have got a centre seam down here as well on the actual windscreen, which is not nice, but you know, a couple of swipes you can take care of that, no problem at all. HUD detail, light detail and everything else you can see down here, not too bad. The actually doesn't look too bad, you can see it as well as I can. Doesn't look too bad in here. I can see perhaps a little bit of distortion. Perhaps just down in here we've got a little area. I think it's okay. Very usable. Okay, get rid of that centre seam and be no problem with that at all. Very usable part. We've also got a small little fret of photo etch, as you can see. So there's that front heads-up display, number 5 there, as you can see, and then we've got the seat belts and harnesses and things like that down there. And we've got the little ejection pull handles, which are quite handy in photo etch as well. So next up we have the decals. Have a quick look. So as I said, it's very nice when they're taped in position like this. I do like them because that way they stop getting scraped and just generally scratched. And these actually look very nice. I don't know if we should know the company of these Cartograph doing the decals. Doesn't say it, but they do look very nice. They've got a sort of satin finish to them, but you can see anything with a shark's mouth always gets my vote, as you all know. The other markings you can see, pretty good, all of those, can't see any problems, they look very nice. This little guy here is double taped, which is quite a nice touch. And again, so we've got the instrument panels, front and rear, obviously the spinner, the propeller markings there as well, so that's very nice. No problem with any of that. And then I won't get it out because it'll be nice as well, but we've got the weapons one in there as well, so that's pretty good. And I must admit, you know, if you want a resin, you know, and work that down it, then obviously we've done the Alicat one. It's a very nice kit. It's very heavy because it has a lot of nose weight in it to stop it being a tail sitter, and it's one thing I didn't notice on that. You probably will need a lot of nose weight in that to stop it being a tail sitter. I must admit I didn't see it in the instructions. It may have been in there, but it said don't forget that one, otherwise you're in for a lot of trouble trying to get enough weight in that to make it not a tail sitter. But there we go. If you're after a Tucano and you'd like an advanced trainer like that, then definitely this is the kit for you.